Hey everyone, Asta Heal here. I hope everyone had a great Christmas and is looking forward to 2024. I know I am. So I'm here with a bit of an update. It's been almost a week since Dual Force announced that the game was closing, and in my reaction video to that announcement, which funnily enough is now comfortably my best performing video ever, I did say I would let it sit with me for a few days. I'd see how I feel, and then I'd come up with a plan moving forward because I did feel like I had a few options. I wasn't, 100% what I would do, or even if I would carry on. I mean, killing the channel was not off the table, but I've thought about it and I've let it sit for a couple of days, and I do have a plan now that I'm ready to share with you all. So I'm going to lay out now my plan for 2024. Before I do so, I think it's important to say that this still sucks. Like, this still is really really sucky about Dual Force closing. If I had my way, we'd all be playing Dual Force for a long long time, and I do think this will be something that I always, even throughout my whole life, I'll occasionally think back on and just think, oh, what might have been, what potentially could have happened, both to the game and to myself and my other creator friends who, we're all small. We're all, compared to Twitch and YouTube overall, we're absolute minnows. But even compared to each other, we're still small streamers. So what might have happened to us, what might have happened to the game, even if it had been going for a couple of years, that's something that I'll probably always think, what if? It's not to be. So we move on. I did speak to my other creator friends who do also seem to be struggling. It's not an easy choice. There seems to be no obvious choice or no obvious new game to move to. A little bit different for me because, as I said before, I just want to keep covering DC comics, whereas they are moving away from DC into other CCGs, it looks like, or other of those style of games. But yeah, moving forward, I'm going to be focusing on newer games that are all kind of DC focused, and then some other general stuff as well. But before I go into the plan in detail, I just want to say thank you to everyone for the support. I got a lot of very nice supportive messages after my reaction to the game closing announcement, and yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for those messages. Yeah, if you do like the sound of this, if you're happy for the plan and you're not already, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really help me out a lot. And of course, these ideas are not set in stone. I'm 100% open to ideas. So if anyone's got anything, you know what to do. Drop it down below, and I'll definitely take a look at it. So my new ideas can't really start properly until February or the end of January at the earliest. So I thought, why not? I don't want to take that long off from streaming and YouTube. It'd be almost 6 weeks, and I feel like that's too long. Why not do a Dual Force last dance just one more time with feeling? We're going to have one more ladder. I do think there's enough time for two more ladders, but I just get the sense there's only going to be the last one. We already know they're resetting the ladders and they're going to give us deluxe leaders. So yeah, why not just, have one last go around. We'll be live on Twitch. We'll be making YouTube videos as before. Maybe not every other day on YouTube. I was uploading every other day on YouTube previously. Maybe less frequently, but still fairly regular uploads of our last ladder climb. And then when we hit World's Finest, that's it. We'll say goodbye properly. Now, I have noticed that since the announcement, numbers have dropped a lot. And I don't know if that is because of Christmas as well. People are away and they're not playing as much. But I've been playing online over the last few days. I noticed matchmaking is taking quite a bit longer, and I seem to be just matching up against the same 2 or 3 people over and over. And I've noticed barely anyone is streaming the game anymore as well, so there's almost no viewers on Twitch as well. If the experience overall is bad, I might reconsider, but I am looking to kind of keep going at least one more ranked ladder, because I just feel like, as well as there's nothing starting for me until February, and I've got this time to kill anyway. We haven't got long left with the game. It's going to be gone forever soon. And if I just stopped now and didn't play or didn't do anything, I might come to regret it and just be like, oh, I didn't make the most of the little time I had left with the game. So at least if I do this, I can't have that regret. I can say, well, I made the most of it until the end. And it also gives us something nice to do just before things start in earnest, which, moving on to the next thing, which will be Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, if you pre-order the deluxe premium bundle, which I will, you do get access, I'm pretty sure, on the 30th of January, which is when this will start for me. Now, I did talk about some challenges with this in my last video. Firstly, I want to stream it off my Xbox. I didn't know how that would work. Easy solution, get a capture card. I'm just going to get a capture card and we'll just do it that way. And then also with the content, although there is a solution with that, I have noticed, I think Rocksteady have officially released video of the menus. And in the menus, it's split by chapter and there's mission selects. So you can literally go mission by mission and select them if you want to go back and play a certain mission. So that helps me with the Let's Plays. So we'll do Let's Plays on Twitch and then we'll upload them to YouTube on a mission by mission basis. Because my issue I had before was I didn't want to live stream for 4 hours or so playing the main story and then just uploading like a 4-hour long video to YouTube of a Let's Play. That's not the kind of content I want to make. I want it to be kind of shorter and more concise. And doing it mission by mission is a great way to do that, I think. So that's what we'll be doing with the main story of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. And then there'll be other things that we can do as well. So we can do challenges, we can cover kind of Easter eggs. I'll probably be covering a bit more of the kind of pre-launch marketing, the insider videos they've been making. I'll probably cover those. There's some rumors about what might happen with other modes in this game. Again, I don't know if this is true or not, but there's been rumors out there. I mean, there's a lot of leaks on this game. There's a rumor that there's going to be like a PvP mode and there's also going to be like a Horde mode. Again, that could be totally wrong. I don't know. These are just rumors, but I do think there'll be other modes. Hopefully there might be kind of challenge maps like there were in the Arkham games. I know in Arkham City I was in the top 10 in the world on the leaderboards with some of the Robin ones. I was really good with Robin in that game for some reason. Going to be a lot of post-launch content for this. I think they've said they've got at least 12 months already in the can and they'll be working on more. So there'll be a lot to cover with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I'm very excited about that. And now I have a clear path forward about what I'm going to do with the streaming and also uploading it to YouTube as well. Now, the next game that I mentioned is DC Universe Online. Now, I have jumped back into that on PC. I have been playing it for years on and off with Xbox, but the player population on PC is much bigger and it's a lot more noticeable, which makes it easier to kind of do stuff and run content. At the moment, I'm still grinding my character to get as high levels as I can so I can grind all the end game content and play every part of the game. And once I've got my character to a good level, I'm going to start networking hopefully, and I'll find like a good league to join or some people that I can run content with. DC Universe Online, because of the nature of the content, will be Twitch only for now. Just because it's a MMORPG and a lot of it, I'm sure if you've played those games before, you know, you run the same kind of content. So, for example, I was playing last night kind of bosses that spawn randomly on the map, and this one was Man-Bat, Death Metal Gotham City. And I, with a bunch of other players, killed that Man-Bat and waited for it to respawn 24 times because you had to do that to get an achievement, like a feat they're called in that game. But I had to do it 24 times to get an achievement, basically. Now, that doesn't make for a good YouTube video, but if you're doing it on Twitch, like a lot of people do, kind of grind that stuff with different MMOs, obviously Warcraft is a huge one, Destiny, and so on. So when I stream DCUO, it's going to be longer, more laid-back streams. We can kind of just chat and kind of shoot the shit, and we can have the game on kind of in the background and we can do different stuff. The only YouTube content that I might make from that is like funny moments or like meme stuff. If something funny happens in the game, I might be able to make like a compilation or something like that. But that's the plan for DCUO. But I am actually enjoying that game a lot, jumping back into it, and I'll be excited to stream it actually. So there is also a third game that I'm going to be covering from February. As of right now, I'm going to keep this a secret, just because I've had a cool idea. It's DC adjacent, and I can kind of make it about DC. I actually think it's a pretty good idea, so I am going to keep it to myself just for now. I'll find out what it is when I do make the first video, and this will be YouTube only, because it's going to need a certain amount of editing, it's going to need a certain tone and a certain humor, which, you know, my stuff isn't for kids anyway, but this is going to have a much more focus on kind of adult humor. I can stream it, it's possible to stream it if it does kind of take off, but for now it's just going to be an episodic YouTube series that I make. But you can look forward to that in February. Again, I'm not going to announce it beforehand, just episode 1 will appear one day. I want it to be a nice surprise for everyone. And then I did also mention that I wanted to cover DC more generally, not just the games, and I do have a plan to do that. I'm going to come up with a name that differentiates it from gaming. If I call it DC Direct, that's a crap name, but something not as crap as that. I'll come up with a name for it, then it'll be clearly differentiated from the game and stuff, and we're going to cover comic books as they're released in like retrospectives. There's TV shows coming out and there's movies coming out, and we're gonna cover all of that and just do a broader kind of DC thing and kind of bring it all together as like a holistic kind of DC thing on my channel with the gaming and the other content. So That will also be YouTube only. If something kind of major happens, and we can maybe stream reactions and stuff. But no, we'll be doing YouTube and also other socials as well. Will be the main focus that I do want to grow social media in 2024 as well. And I think I'll do that through kind of general DC coverage. So yeah, that's the plan for 2024, at least the first half of 2024. I think maybe at the halfway point, I'll take stock and see where we are and see if there's anything that I want to change. I'm excited for it again. Still, it's very disappointing with what happened to Dual Force, but that's out of my control. This is in my control, and I'm very excited for starting something fresh. Again, hope everyone is excited too. There's going to be some fun stuff coming to the channel. So yeah, the new rank ladder for Dual Force starts next week. So I hope you will all join me on Twitch next week as we do Dual Force The Last Dance. And I hope you'll all join me on January the 30th for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I'll see you all then.